from suffering deceptively. I raised to legitimate the still one surpass perfect complete the precious of Buddhahood. Dala Damwara Zebe Da Nobara Zebe Ge Darba Dan Dam Jen Jen Bala Barda Yubara Zeba Dam Je Je Zo Zebe Mananga Dan Yambe Zem Jen Dam Je Dewa Dan Den Dong Ara Dan Dar Yorda Lana Me Bayanda Bara Zobe Zan Jorum Boje Do Barza thus, unto achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now under this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas or Yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas and Dakinis and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and the likewise in the example of a Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embodied enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path. True for the benefit of all sentient beings giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to accomplish this stage of the path. And the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until I attain enlightenment. By the merit of Janara standard good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be suffered from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all... We skip the long 7-branch prayer. Go to the short mandala offering. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and strewn with the flowers. It is adorned with the mirror, the spring mountain, the four continents, the sun, the moon. As Buddha fell for it, may all sentient beings attain the happiness as Buddha feels. To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer auto inner and sacred offerings. With my body, worth, and all that is visible, please grant me supreme realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through both station offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Rena Mandala Panzamanga Samanda Savarana Samaya Hom. I call refuge, name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor of Arjadara Vidwadot. I bow at the feet of Father Jigdin Songo. Continue laughing with no one but you. Compassionate one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma of the two vehicles and the combination according to disposition and the likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of true words, and perceive the various traits of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion for beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara's Father for only Son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing of charm of karma through the 60th branch of Haramani's speech. He wears this wisdom so to cut the settling of suffering and to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate human judiciary adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade. Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Arapazanade, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram. Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om Wangeshwaram, Om. You are the perfect, beautiful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and the dispel darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you in the press to Manjushiri. Yun Ekelin Chanwai Po, Yishe Dome Rabdembar, Jitin Tumo Mingsarwa, Jambara Yang La Sansaradu. Tangge Duje Shaje Reisen Trong Yinje Medo Deje Bongjong Ba Serje Lembo Davere Jibeke Shaje Jarbe Shalai Guzaze Jagar Benjen Bolai Gadenje Beman Jung Ne Galan Den Rome Tada Lano Zembe Ganonze Orjin Rambo Jelai Sorwande Dojen Janjen Telo Naroda Marbai Malai Chije Gambo Ba Pamo Jeba Jarwa Indigombe Kaju Lama Nalai Zorwande Romain Jije Yenje Bobdane Isong Sanje Genje Ngowonye Ransen Jige Ngosong Donzebe Sawe Lame Shala Zorwande. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for coming to teaching. So I'm ready to share the teaching. So teaching is hearing liberation. This hearing liberation, we have introduction to the beginning and middle of the or the important three different levels of Bardo teaching, and then conclusion. So we are in the second section. We finish the introduction. We are in the main teaching. So then this main teaching has death Bardo and reality Bardo, and then the Bardo of the becoming. So three sections. We finished the first one. First one is death Bardo. So who has the Dzogchen meditation, teaching, and the practice. So that person has ability to get a realization in the first reality in the Bardo. So then, due to not enough teaching practice, so coming to this reality Bardo, then in this reality Bardo, we have so many different levels, opportunity to liberation. So these different levels, we have a liberation opportunity. So that's all is the point we have to know this every different experience, our own percepts, experience, we have to recognize our own projected perception, or we create that percept, or the appearances come from our own. So long as we have that kind of ability, then we have an opportunity to liberation in these different level states. The last 2 weeks already we shared this teaching. This I think today is our third week. So then this when we die, so reality, true nature arise, but we don't recognize that due to our karmic imprint, perception, samsara, negative stone. Without Mahamudra Dzogchen practice, the not possible to recognize, realize. So then this after 3.5 days arise this different Yadam deities. So first day arise this center Buddha Verochana, second day Buddha Varjasawa, Akyobhiya, and the third day so then Rena Sambhava. So this all deities is arising. Today I think we are in the Rena Sambhava teaching section. Is correct? We finish Akyobhiya and Varjasawa, right?
We're on page 173, Khenpo.
Yeah, but page number is we are not same. And it's
Vajrasattva Akshobhya.
so we finish Varjasawa Akyobhiya. So that means we are, I think, the third day, right? We are in the third day. Fourth day is Buddha Amitabha. Yeah, I think okay, so this one. So the transcendent Lord Rena Sambhava. So this slideshow is 175, right? Yes.
We have slide 172.
Okay. So this second day, someone has the ability, to know, then can be liberated. You will dissolve into rainbow light in the heart of transcendent Lord Varjasawa Akyobhiya. And you will attain Buddhahood as the Buddha body of perfect resource in the Eastern Buddha field of manifest joy are Abhirati. So that's the name of the this pure line. Then yet, even after being introduced in this way, so introducing this all the instructions, there are some individual who will turn away. So we already turn away from this state many lifetimes. Okay, so now what we have to think, when this experience arises, not going to turn away. In fear from the lake, rare hope of compassion. So then this enlightened beings, the hope of compassion, so we didn't recognize we are fear for that, we turn away from that. That's why high rate of compassion, being grabbed by pride and power negative obscuration due to the pride and powerful negative obscuration. So pride and negative obscuration, due to that, we run away from enlightened beings, compassion, hope is the bright light. We fear for that and run away from that. So no, this Vajrayana teaching, and this teaching talk about two different levels. Okay, so we have to know that auto level is appearance form. This aggregate form is arise to the yadam deity form. So yadam deity form is if someone who don't have this practice, Vajrayana teaching, no any idea, so that person has this different kind of color experience. I don't think so they can have, we have in the Tanka auto level, introducing different Buddhas, the color and the form. They don't receive it like that way. So who don't have teachings, they just only see the different lights, the colors. So this different light color is due to the, our different aggregates. Form is arising to the color and the light. Then who has this yadam deity practice, these all different color lights is recognized, associated with the different Buddhas. So the point is, this auto level also actually our aggregates, our own 5 elements is arising to this our precepts. But then who has this teaching, they recognize that aggregates is Buddha, elements is female Buddhas, and that's the who has this teaching. This teaching is more based on, right now this stage is called generation stage, is followed by the Sambhonakaya level and the practice yadam deity. So that's why every this form appearance is can arise to the yadam deity's form. So that's why we usually, when we practice yadam deity, all form is yadam deity, all songs is the deity's mantra, and all thoughts is, we think, meditate is the nature of the Buddha's mind. So long as we have that practice in this generation, practice yadam deity, and then we have ability to recognize all these different kind lights, songs like arise. So we recognize all is yadam deity's display. Long as we have that ability, we 100% we can enlighten in these states. So only who can enlighten in this, first day, second day, third day, these all 5 Buddhas arising time have abilities who practice yadam deity. Who practice Mahamudra Dzogchen, they are death Bardo comes, they can liberate. And then this is reality Bardo. So reality Bardo, yadam deity practitioners has ability to realize. Other who don't have this teaching, they never ever see the Buddhas. They never ever think about that. So then there has, this always this is, there are some individuals who will turn away, in fear from the light. So they always turn away from this light ray. If someone who practices Yadam deity, who has a connection that recognize whole of enlightened beings compassion. So then also see due to our pride, power of negative obscuration, not possible to recognize. So it is that on the third day, then the transcendent Lord Rina Sambhava, example of a deity, will come to escort deceased. The third day, Rina Sambhava arise. So, and simultaneously, the light path indicative of human realm will emerge. Then with the Rina Sambhava, human beings karmic imprints also arise too. So always there has a, positive and negative comes together. So we always pick up the negative one because negative is more, kind of suitable for us, more easy to follow that. So think about it, when we are in the right now is living Bardo. So practice the Dharma, we have to put effort. You do the worldly activity, samsaric things naturally going happen. And think about, how many people really going to do practice Dharma, meditate, listening, teaching, and how many people going to watch the World Cup. So just, other all this samsaric activity is very easy, lots of conditions, and so temporarily feel happy and easy to connection to that. So that's why, this likes also easy to connection to this door likes, negative likes. Then that's the reason, so many beings stuck in samsara, because we just, even we are not in the Bardo, we just clearly recognize how easy this samsaric connection is, easy to connect to that, do that, happen that, and follow that. So when you're going to practice the Dharma listening, teaching, you get for sleepy, tired, and the time's really long for you, and you watch movie, you're doing some other worldly things, you don't need to sleep. Without the sleep also okay, like kept going. That's why night party is like always in the night time. So people don't need to sleep, and easy to go into that direction, enjoy. But you go into the Dharma, if someone really going to share true teaching practice in the night time, almost no one going, like everyone complain, they say too late, not possible, and so then who comes there also unhappy, maybe like they're sleepy. So all this negative conviction is very strong, easy to arise. So when we practice Dharma, meditate, easily going to fall asleep. And you do some other things, worldly things, it's very easy. You never get a fall asleep. More exciting, more joy, happy to do that. So that's why, in this introduction is a really powerful benefit, but very hard to reconnect to these levels. Even, we have these teachings. That's why you have to read again, contemplate, always connect to the Yadam deity, through the devotion. And this is all experience we have to transform Yadam deity's, compassion and the blessing and the devotion. So that's the reason we have to practice Yadam deities. Then truly this Yadam deity is within our body, not somewhere else. So that's why in this teaching right now is coming the reality Bardo, becoming Bardo. Everything is like our own manifestation. So everything is we projected ourselves, have to recognize that. And long as recognize, it can be Buddha, can be Mara if you don't recognize. Recognize, everything is transformed to the enlightened forms. If not recognize, everything is become Mara, is frightening, fear. So object of fears. No, it's the third day. So third day is called Rina transcending Lord Rina Sambhava. It's a sorting Buddha. Usually color is, is yellow color. Example of a deity will come into, it's called diseased. And simultaneously like path indicative of the human realm will emerge. So human beings karma is emerging together again, calling the disease by name. So that time we is sharing for someone, we have to calling the disease name. The introduction should be given with the following words. We're giving this introduction to the disease. So we are disease, then someone going to give introduction, we have to really strong lesson focus. Then this time Rina Sambhava arise. So then all child of Buddha nature, lesson without distraction. On the third day, the threat of the entire element earth will arise in the form of a yellow light at this time. So yellow light arise. From the yellow sorting Buddha fair of the glorious Sarimata. So this, pure name is called glorious Sarimata. The transcendent Lord Rina Sambhava were drawn before you. So Rina Sambhava is drawn before us. Then this, center Buddha, east, south, west, north, or this Buddha is arising, same idea, same kind of, same order, experience. So long as you know one section very clearly, you understand all this five of this, experience. The transcendent Lord Rina Sambhava were drawn before you. His body yellow in color, holding in right hand a jewel. Rina Sambhava means like he holded the jewel, so that's why called Rina means jewel. Seated on a horse throne and embraced by his supreme consort Mamaka, and with the consort Mamaka. And so now aggregates and element comes together. You sometimes who don't have Vajrayana teachings, and then they're only followed by Theravada teaching tradition very strong. Mahayana, some people very strong. This kind of wearing their hair is get really misunderstand. The reason is here says embraced by his supreme consort Mamaka. So Yabyon unite together is no suit for the Theravada Mahayana, the basic level way. But in this case, not negative way attachment Yabyon, unit. So this is the reality. Your aggregates, your element is together, inseparably comes. So that form is we have to recognize the Buddha and female Buddha. They have to ability, they recognize we have ability to realization. So this, method wisdom inseparable. That's the reason here, emptiness and the method, our practice love, compassion method also inseparable. Then our form body and seeing form, and form is empty. Empty form is inseparable. So same, then feeling is form, form is feeling, and empty is feeling is emptiness. So that's why all these aggregates and empty is inseparable. That's the reason is where we have to know this inseparable come together. So then come with two Buddha, female and wisdom and the main is method come together. Same time, also Bodhisattvas come together. They are encircled by two male Bodhisattvas. So two male Bodhisattvas comes together. This Akasangarbha and Samandabhara. So Samandabhara has the usually Buddha Samandabhara and Bodhisattva Samandabhara. So this is Bodhisattva Samandabhara. And two female Bodhisattva also comes, Malaya and Dupa. The six Buddha body will be shining before you from within a space of rainbow light. Also arise six Buddha appear to us. And so this, all who has ability to knowing, who practice Yidam deity, then they know this all is like Buddha, Bodhisattvas. But other who don't have connections, and then this everything is become just different kind of a color lights associated with and actually due to with six realms karmic imprints. We have our body has like positive human beings quality, call it positive, and animal introduction to the ignorance, like we have 6 different kind of afflictive emotion. So that karma is arising. Same time, this our 6 afflictive emotion has a solution, positive, dharma, enlightening quality. So that's also arise together. Not only negative comes, like not only positive comes. And these two energies are fighting within our body all the time. So, your positive energy say go to receive teaching, practice spiritual. Negative energy digging you to the go to party and dance. So that is like then go to fishing, and that kind of digging to another side. So always this energy is fighting in our body. So no, when we die, these two energies arise in the form in front of us. So you can see their energy is in front of you. The positive energy is called all these enlightened Buddhas. And the negative energy is then, is there has an object of become fear. So that's why usually, of course, like 6 realms beings, very strong, 6 different afflictive emotions, so easily go direction to the 6 realms. And at the same time, this our 6 Buddha is arising is introduced to the 6 afflictive emotion. So their qualities arise the 6 Buddhas. 6 Buddha body will shine before you from within a space of rainbow light. Then the main point here, we have to know this one. The yellow light indicative of persistent cognition of sameness. which is the natural trait of the aggregates of feeling. So the feeling, you know, we have feeling, negative feeling. Example, think about negative feeling. Is that bring all these 6 different kind of afflictive emotion. 6 RAM is there. Then we have a positive 6 positive feeling. So that bring all these 6 Buddhas. And then when you meditate practice, you recognize feeling is emptiness. So no positive, no negative. You go more beyond the positive, negative, go beyond in that. Then that is called, you know, this first-thing cognition of sameness, which is the natural trait of the aggregates of feeling. Aggregates of feeling, you recognize seeing the feeling is emptiness. Then that is called Rina Sambhava Buddha. And that wisdom is called first-thing cognition of sameness. Okay. So long as you have that ability, we are liberated in this 3rd day. This teachings is really, you know, I mean, powerful also. It makes sense, understand if you clearly. You know, we talk about the 5 Buddha. We talk about the 5 afflictive emotions. We talk about the 5 wisdoms. We talk about the 5 aggregates. We talk about the 5 elements. All this Vajrayana teaching is this subsumed into this 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You know. So then aggregates. So here is talking about the feeling. And when we meditate, you know, the feeling has actually feeling is an emotion. So anger feeling, jealousy feeling, attachment feeling, and then strange, very strange self-grasping feeling, and pride feeling. So this we have 6 different kind of feelings, and usually we follow by the feelings. Feeling control us. As long as the feeling control us in this during our living Bardo, then in this case, almost no chance to liberate ourselves without someone's support and help. So here in this case, this feeling, 6 different feelings arise, and you have ability to, you know, transform feeling is a first-thing cognition of sameness. Means you're feeling, seeing, then feeling is empty. Emptiness is a feeling. Feeling is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than feeling. So that realization is called that wisdom is called first-thing cognition. And then that is Rina Sambhava Buddha. So we have become enlightened in this 3rd day, Rina Sambhava Buddha. So that's the highest level in there. And the second, you know, each this emotion bring the fears, and we have ability to recall Buddhas. So, you know, when attachment very strong, you call the Buddha. That's 7 Buddhas called Buddha Shakyamuni. And you know, help from liberate from human beings realm. and you have very strong ignorance. So that karma arises, we calling the Buddha, and then it's each like 6 of them, one by one, 6 rounds Buddha is like, they serve us, come to. So that's why it's called different Buddhas, different names Buddhas. So example is Buddha Shakyamuni is human beings Buddha. So when human beings karmic and praying very strongly arise, going to take to the human beings realm, like someone wanted to liberate, and that person calling the Buddha Shakyamuni approach to them and liberate, help rescue. So that's the different levels have this. Each section has ability to liberate, and someone seeing the feeling aggregates is nature of reality, emptiness. So then that person is the become right away the feeling transform and liberation to the Rina Sambhava Buddha. You don't have to calling other Buddhas, but someone don't have this level, then is this 6 Buddhas like precepts arise. So which realm we falling, then the calling Buddha is that and like team being come to rescue us. So then yellow and dazzling and dawned by greater and lesser similar points of light, radiant color and unbearable to the eyes, were emanate from the heart of Rina Sambhava and his consort, and were shone piercingly before you at the level of your heart, with such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. So that's light is very strongly shining for us. That's light is yellow. If very strong dazzling, powerful comes, but someone who knows this is our feeling aggregates is arising, and recognize that feeling is nature is Rina Sambhava Buddha. So become this yellow light is transformed to the Rina Sambhava. I think all this have a opportunity to recognize, liberate here, and will shine piercingly before you at the level of your heart with such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. Together with light of pristine cognition. So together they're arising negative light. So with the light of pristine cognition, draw blue light. So this light is blue light, indicative of the human realm. So this draw blue light is indicated the human realm, karma. Will also drawn before you and touch your heart. So you have to know another reason here. In this Rina Sambhava, together, this human realm karma is rising. So human being karma is actually attachment, usually associated with Buddha Amitabha and West Buddha. So here, associated right now, light comes associated with Rina Sambhava. So reason is someone in this level no ability to liberate, and then there go to the human beings karma is arising. So that's why next is Buddha Amitabha, coming, and that's why if we're going to take human beings around, and this karmic imprints is arising with Rina Sambhava second day. third day. Fourth day is Buddha Amitabha arise. Human being karma, karmic imprints rise with the third day. And then God's realm, if it going to take birth, God's realm, and then that is usually God's realm is associated with Rina Sambhava, but karmic imprints arise second day with Buddha Vajrasattva. So karmic imprints is a cause, result, so causes come with the previous Buddha together, I think. And the result is come with that Buddha. So we talk about 5 afflictive emotions, and then they're indicated followed by these 6 realms. So Rina Sambhava is usually about with God's realm, I think. So then God's realm karma is come with Buddha Vajrasattva second day, and this right now Rina Sambhava teaching is the person is has take already birth, like result is God's realm. So that's why introduce God realm karma, but someone going to take human beings realm, and then the karmic imprints arise with this Rina Sambhava together. So karmic imprints is a cause, and the cause is come with the previous Buddha together. So that's why right now in the 14 Buddha with our indicative of human realm, we're also drawn before you and touch your heart. So at that time, under the sphere of pride, see the Vajrasattva, I mean the 14 Buddha actually is pride followed by the pride, but karmic imprints is human beings attachment come. So under the sphere of pride, you will wish to turn away in fear and terror from the bright yellow light, and you will come to draw light in the dark blue light of the human realm, and the fear attachment towards it. See, then go to human beings directions. So if this state, if have a liberation, then it's not going to go to human beings realm, and God's realm karma is become associated with Rina Sambhava. So have to ability to liberate, but then due to the pride and the human beings, this karma is strongly arise. The reason because this all the afflictive emotion is support each other, dependent each other. So due to pride, then attachment arise. You will wish to turn away fear and terror of a bright yellow light, and you will come to dark light in the dark blue light of the human realm and the fear attachment towards it. So at that moment, so that when that happening, and then this is the teaching, abandon your fear of the yellow light. And recognize it as persistent cognition. So we abandon your fear of yellow light. Okay, we have to abandon fear to the yellow light. We have the devotion to the yellow light. So, and recognize it is persistent cognition. Yellow light is persistent cognition. Yellow and dazzling, red and clear. Let your awareness relax. So in this very important relaxes, when you can control yourself, we have to relax first. If not relax, then stepping or very sensitive and too much the sensitivity and follow, and then cannot recognize and abide directly within it and the state of no activity. So so let your say awareness relate about directly with it and state of no activity. Stay is no activities like be in the nature mind. Then again and again have confidence in it. So we confidence ourselves, be in the nature and confident, recognize yellow light is persistent cognition. Be drawn to it with longing devotion. So we put devotion strong through the yellow lights. If you recognize it as natural luminosity of your own awareness, see, long as we recognize this yellow light is natural luminosity of your own awareness, even though you may feel no devotion towards it and have no recite this aspiration prayer, all the Buddha bodies and the light rays will dissolve inseparable into you, and you will attain Buddhahood. So in this case, the main point is if you recognize it as the natural luminosity of your own awareness, in that moment, we go to the Mahamudra practice. So this yellow light is recognized natural luminosity, our own natural luminosity of your own awareness, our own natural ripa. If long as that ability possible, then you, without devotion, without aspiration prayer, you are already liberated. So then that is called persistent cognition. That is called Rinasambhava Buddha. Okay. So then we don't recognize that, but we have a devotion calling, please help, towards to the devotion, supplication, prayer. So that time then this Bodhisattva and the different Buddha arising, rescue us through the devotion. So all the Buddha body and the light rays will dissolve inseparable into you, and you will attain Buddhahood. Is like that is the recognize our own mind nature, Ripa. And without devotion, without calling, naturally liberate. If you are unable to recognize these readings as being the natural luminosity of your own awareness, if you don't have that ability, then pray with devotion, thinking. So we have to do strongly calling the Buddha devotion, thinking. This is the light ray of the transcending Lord, Rinasambhavas, compassion, take refuge in it. So we recognize that the yellow light is like Buddha Rinasambhava, and strong devotion and taking refuge to that. So this, right now we sharing to the disease someone, and they can recall, and we can help them to follow the right direction. Remind them, how to navigate in the third day. So we are in the Bardo, in this set reality Bardo. Then someone help us in this hearing liberation. Know you have a teaching. So all this connection comes together. Then we have ability to realization in this stages. In this time, right now we are in the living Bardo. We practice Yadam deity. We connect with it to all the different Buddha, pray, and through our devotion. And then, you have this teaching. When we get into these states, someone can help us to read this hearing liberation, then we have ability to realize in liberation in these stages. Also, we have connections, different families. So you don't know which family is really you recognize. So each person has a connect strongly to each these Buddha families. Then when you receive the empowerment, the really long empowerment, that time they also teachers give it like sacred name. It's associated with the different Buddhas. So that name is called sacred name. And then in this state, Bardo, so you hear that name. And so that means like someone like calling you the sacred name and have the ability to recognize. Then also refuge name too. So this in reality is the transcendent Lord Rinasambhava come to escort you on the fearsome, dangerous pathway of the intermediate state. This like hope of Rinasambhava's compassion, be devoted to it. So we have the devotion to Rinasambhava. And then have ability to realization, liberation. Do not draw light in the draw blue light of the human realm. If we attach to draw blue light and then go to Buddha Amitabha, have to rescue us, So Rinasambhava say, I cannot rescue you. So then he give a job for Buddha Amitabha for us. Because we fall into the attachment, human beings karma. And Buddha Ashobhya, Vajrasattva, cannot rescue someone who has a strong pride, karmic imprint, strong pride arise, then go to the Rinasambhava. So that's why here, see, this draw light is inviting path created by your own habitual tendency for deep-seated pride. The pride helps not recognize these lights. These two support each other, this pride and attachment, which yourself have generated. So we generated our pride and our attachment, So human beings karma. Human beings karma attachment then is arising. So if you become attached to it, you will tumble down into the human realm. We take birth human realm. You will experience the suffering of birth, old age, sickness, and death. So the all human realm is suffering coming. And there will be no immediate opportunity to escape from the sphere of cyclic existence. This draw light is an obstacle, blocking the path to liberation. Do not look at it. Abandon pride. So if we not abandon pride, then attach to the, this human beings karma, the habitual karmic imprints, this draw lights, we attach to that. So that's why abandon your habitual tendency as human beings karma. Do not be attached to draw blue light. Do not cling to it. Then be devoted to the yellow light, golden dazzling. Focus instantly and single-mindedly on the transcendent Lord Rinasambhava and reciting the following aspiration prayer. So we chant this prayer. This prayer is in the Bardo book has. We have the power book, and there has this prayer. All us are wrong in cyclic existence, driven by deep-seated pride. May transcendent Lord Rina Sambhava draw me forward, leading me on the path of radiant light, which is the pristine combination of sameness. That's is the prayer. Then may the supreme concern Mamaka. So Mamaka is called water, element. Water element is Mamaka. Support me from behind. And thus in second, may I be rescued from the fearsome passageway of the intermediate states. And be escorted to the level of an utterly perfect Buddha. By making this aspiration prayer with a fervent devotion, so if long as you have devotion, you join this aspiration, you will dissolve into rainbow light in the heart of transcendent Lord Rina Sambhava, and you will attain Buddhahood as the Buddha body of perfect resource. In the 14th Buddha fair of glorious Sarimati. So we are liberation to in this glorious Sarimati's pure line. So they go to that pure line, liberation. Then there is no doubt that the diseases are receptive to this introduction. Then someone who has this really correctly, introduction, have no doubt they can liberate. They will attain liberation, however, weak their individual ability may be. Someone then no ability, more weak. That we know, so like how many people really has this instruction in this within samsara. How many beings can receive? Very, very few. So that's why we have to really know how we are lucky, and we have to appreciate ourselves. In this teaching, we have ability, this study and contemplate this opportunity. So who has this instruction? Practice Yadam deity and knowing all this, the reality. The reality is like aggregate, far aggregate reality, far element reality. And so we knowing this everything, then reality is 5 Buddha, 5 female Buddha. So all these aggregates element transformed. And the element cannot, destroy ourselves. Aggregate cannot make fear for us. So that's why when enlightened beings reach to, through the meditation enlightened, all this element is transformed. Means element cannot affected to, obstacle, and element is become, there has ability to control elements. So, think about when Malarepa, he's going to enlighten, or he go through someone, the hunters put in the water, and Malarepa is, he says, I am free from this, water affected. So he has transformed water element is mamaka already. So that's why, within our body has this 5 element, and someone has controlled their own element, transformed already, then water cannot affect it, fire cannot burn, wind cannot destroy, cannot blow away, and earth cannot dig you to the under the rocks. We cannot die like under the ground, like sometimes earthquake, people many die in the under the ground. So the free from that kind affected. element is become already transformed. So, if we ordinary people that don't have that ability, so this element is auto element affected for us. So that's why tornado, hurricane can affected, earthquake can affected, all this auto element affected for us. Long as you have this auto element affected, then of course our inner element also affected in the Bardo. So our inner element is arising in the Bardo, our precepts. And long as we have 5 aggregates, right now we have, through the 5 aggregates, we have fears. We have these emotions. So that's why, in the Bardo, so this all due to the 5 aggregates, emotion is arising. So meditator practitioners, 5 element is transformed. Then in the Bardo, all this element is become seeing the female forms Buddha. And already transformed this 5 aggregates, 5 afflictive emotions. That's why in the Bardo, seeing all the Buddha's form and recognize all is wisdom, 5 wisdom. So, the someone who don't have that level, I mean, the practice in this living Bardo, then this element affected. In the Bardo, we also affected these elements. That's why we have to call the Buddhas, rescue us, help us. Same is like when natural disaster and earthquake, many people falling to the under the ground. So we have to people go and rescue, help them to bring back. So that is a element affected disaster coming through the disaster. Same in the Bardo, we have this our inner this element affected for us. So if we don't have ability to element transform to the female Buddhas, then we are rely on these Bodhisattvas and enlightened beings, ask them to help and rescue us. So that's the teaching is you have to understand is outer inner is like all goes together. And in this living right now, we are living Bardo, and when we die, intermediate state or reality Bardo, becoming Bardo, or this experience also due to our elements, aggregates, emotions, percepts, creating. So no, yet even after being giving this introduction many times, there are some whose positive opportunity have been exhausted by, for example, their great negativity or through not having maintained their commitments and so forth. So create just many different, negative karma. Who even know will not have accepted this introduction. This individual will have turned away in fear of both the song and the luminosity and become agitated by desire and negative obscurations. So during our lifetime, if we create a negative karma, and due to that, then it's we not follow the right direction, not follow this positive instruction, follow the become influenced by the negative precepts. So it is that on the 4th day then, So the transcending Lord Amitabha is exemplary deity, welcome to escort them, and at that same time, the lake path indicative of the realm of the Angusha spirits. So see, this Angusha spirits is the hungry gods karmic imprints come with together. So we are know already the human beings karma is arising. So only Buddha Amitabha rescue us. And then same time also this hungry gods karmic imprints like this causes is arising. The realm of the Angusha spirits, which is generated by desire and miscellaneous will emerge. So that's we create, desire and hungry gods karma. That's also arise. Again, calling the disease by name. The introduction should be given with the following words: child of Buddha nature, blessing without destruction. On the fourth day, the spirit of element, fire will arise in the form of a red light. So element is a fire element arising. That's the reason, the color is red lights. At the time from the red western Buddha fair of the blissful Sukhavati, the transcendent Lord Amitabha were drawn before you. So Buddha Amitabha drawn for us. His body red in color, holding in his right hand a lotus flower. Seated on a peacock throne and embraced by the supreme consort Pendavashini. They are encircled by two male bodhisattvas. They're together two male bodhisattvas. So Avalokiteshvara and Manjushri. And the two male bodhisattva, Gita and Aloka. Thus 6 Buddha body will be shining before you from within a space of rainbow light. So all that chance comes together. Then a red light indicative of the persistent cognition of discernment. So this red light is, if with knowing this reality, then it is called persistent cognition of discernment. It's associated with the Buddha Amitabha's wisdom. So we talk about the 5 wisdom, and then this is the associated with the Buddha Amitabha, which is the natural plate of aggregates of perception. So aggregates of perception. So is the point is this is aggregates of perception. If we don't know aggregate of perception is perception. Means like seeing, right? Form is become frightening, danger, object of fear. Recognize, so then is actually is persistent cognition of discernment. If we don't recognize, then that is called aggregates of perceptions. So practitioner, meditator, knowing aggregates of perception is persistent cognition of discernment. Red and dazzling, adorned by greater and lesser seminal points. So we have to know here is like red is the fire elements, and then in this fourth day is fire element aggregates of perception arising. So who do knowing this, and then this taking to the take birth, who knowing this reality truth, then is going to enlighten. It's like actually reborn to this Sukhavati Buddha Amitabha pure line. So, aggregates is we have to know the persistent combination of discernment. Red dazzling and dawn by greater, lesser and same upon, reddening and clear, bright and dazzling, will emanate from the heart of Amitabha and his consort. So we have to know this is coming from the Buddha Amitabha and his consort. Red light is. And it will shine piercingly before you at the level of your heart with such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. So very hard to follow that, because the reason is such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. We cannot really standing easily that lights so powerful and kind of easily get fears. Do not be afraid. So we cannot fear for that. Together with the light of persistent cognition. So together this light is coming. Persistent cognition lights. Draw yellow lights. So indicative of the realm of Angusha spirits. And also you have to know, see, here is a draw yellow light. The sorting Rina Sambhava, this yellow light is the Buddha light. So now in this light is draw yellow lights become, hungry ghost light. So that's why in this teaching, it really follows like this light horse, going through, and you recognize this, which emotion is rising. First is the causes arising, and then like right now we are talking about the fourth day Buddha Amitabha, and this Buddha Amitabha is introduced to the attachment, human being reborn due to attachment. So the attachment cause karmic imprints is arising within the third day, not the fourth day, right? Cause is arising third day, the result is fourth day. And third day Rina Sambhava, yellow light is Buddha light. Fourth day yellow light is become this hungry ghost light. So now is a Buddha Amitabha, this red light is Buddha light, but we go to next fifth day, the red light is also, and the samsaric lights, not the positive light. So that's we have to know this following the ideas. Draw yellow light indicative of the realm of Angusha spirits. Were also drawn before you and touch your heart. Do not delight in the drawn yellow light. Do not become attached to it and do not cling to it. At that time, under the sphere of deep desire, so the desire is, due to this human beings karma, way of deep desire, you will wish to turn away in terror from the bright red light because due to desire. And you will come to delight in the draw yellow light of the anguish spirits and fear attached towards it. And right now here is the we are skate to the red light due to here is because deep desire. And desire not let us liberate in this state. This is the fourth day, right? Third day, Rina Sambhava's time, deep pride. Deep pride no let us liberation. So then wish to turn in terror from the bright red light, and you will come to delight in the dull yellow light of the anguish spirits and feel attachment towards it. So feeling attachment towards it. The Rina Sambhava term, we also has fair pride towards it, fair pride towards it. No, it's a fair attachment towards it. At this moment, abandon your fear and recognize red light, bright and dazzling, red and clear, to be pristine cognition. So we have to recognize that red light is pristine cognition. Let your awareness relax and abide directly within it. Means like just stay in the nature, ripa, resting in a state of non-activity. Have confidence in the red luminosity. We must have to have confidence ourselves. So confident is like we knowing that is the Buddha's light. So long as you have see this, knowing our own natural ripa in this state, so we liberating ourselves. Is then the liberation is become, same is actually in the first Bardo, we knowing our true nature, then liberation. So similar here also have ability too. So someone practice this Mahamudra, Dzogchen teaching, practicing, even they don't liberate in the death Bardo, but still they have always opportunity to liberate in this each sections. So when this, percepts arising, so that time, it's that moment to see abandon your fear and recognize that light is bright and dazzling, red and the color to be pristine cognition. Let your awareness relax and abide directly within it. All this like Mahamudra instruction, resting in a state of non-activity. So we have to liberation, the practice Mahamudra. Having confidence in the relax and the luminosity by drawn to it with longing devotion. So if we don't have that ability, then this, generation state, devotion, calling Buddha. If you recognize this reading as the natural luminosity of your own awareness, even though you may feel no devotion towards it and have not recited aspirational prayer, all the Buddha body and the light rays will dissolve inseparably into you, and you will attain Buddhahood. So the point is, long as we have ability to recognize our own nature, then without all this, devotion, calling the Buddha prayers, without that, still, then, go to the Buddhahood, attain Buddhahood. If you are not able to recognize the readings in this way, we don't know that way, the pray with devotion. So then, deity practice, thinking, this is the light ray of transcending Lord Amitabha's compassion. So we have to know the red light is Buddha Amitabha's compassion. I take refuge in it. So we take refuge to Buddha Amitabha. This truly is the late hope of the transcendent Lord Amitabha's compassion. So be devoted to it. Do not turn away. Very beautiful. Should you turn away? What is should you turn away? Do not turn away. Should you not turn away? I think the luminosity will accompany you inseparably. Do not be afraid. Do not be attached to the door, yellow light of the anguished spirits. Door yellow light is a hungry God's karma. This is the inviting path created by your own habitual tendency for deep-seated desire. So deep-seated desire is really strong. Then go to hungry ghost. That make really sense. You know, hungry ghost is like desire, too much desire. No generous, you know, no sharing, no giving. So that karma is desire, then is strong and take to the hungry ghost, which you yourself have generated. So we, during the human being, we generated this hungry ghost cause, karma. That's the very clear, you know, we see that our human beings hold strong desire, never ever satisfy. So actually in this world has everything is enough for this 8 billion human beings, but due to this our human beings desire, then so many people provide poverty, and some people own too much, some people poverty. So all this is you know, samsara, and no one can fix, no one can change that. And then who has these laws own, and they can create really good, but if that goes wrong direction, still never satisfy, and then strong more desire, and then person is become die that moment hungry ghost. Actually, percept is already during the human being hungry ghost, because whatever has never satisfy, no fear, joy. And so then die, of course, the person directly go to hungry ghost, no choice. If you become attached to this doorway, you will fall down into the realm of the anguished spirits, and you will experience unbearable sufferings of hunger and thirsty. So if you take birth to this anguished spirit, is unbearable sufferings, hunger and thirsty. So if you hear this hungry ghost karma sufferings, it's very scared, you know. So then this sometimes the teaching, we don't get experience. Some people really fear when you hear the teaching and recognize, but some people doesn't fear that much. So that's why I take the, you know, go to the Nyingni retreat and skip the 1 day food, no eating. So then you really recognize no drink, no eating, stay 1 day, 2 days, practice. You really fear hunger is a suffering. So the Nyingni retreat is good for the liberation for this hungry ghost karma. So some, you know, we get the experience through the practice, then that purify negative karma. Thus, doorway is an obstacle block the path to liberation. So then doorway, of course, is a attachment doorway. Is obstacle to the liberation. Do not be attached to it. Draw light, Abandon your attachment. Do not cling to it. Be devoted to the red light, which is reading and dazzling, and focusing intently and single-mindedly on the transcending Lord Amitabha and his concert, and recite the following aspirational prayer. All us roam in cyclic existence, driven by deep-seated desire, may the transcending Lord Amitabha draw me forward, leading me on the path of red and light, which is the persistent cognation of discernment. May the Supreme Counsel Pandavasini support me from behind, and thus secured by be rescued from the fearsome passageway of the intermediate state, and be escorted to the level of an utterly perfect Buddha. This prayer we have in the Pova text. Sometimes we read, but that time you don't know how that prayer is important. Now you study this Bardo, so now you really knowing and the important prayer. By making this aspirational prayer with fervent devotion, you will dissolve into the rainbow light in the heart of the transcendent Lord Amitabha and his consort. And you will attain Buddhahood as the Buddha body of perfect resource. It's the Western Buddha fair of bliss for Sukhavati. Sukhavati Buddha, enlightened. So that's the fourth day, have opportunity. So although it is impossible not to be liberated by the successful recognition of this introduction, the generally I think is have opportunity possible to realization, liberation. There are nevertheless those who will be unable to give up their prosperities, due to the habituation over long periods of time, so very strong long period of time karmic influence. Even after reciting such an introduction, under the sway of envy and negative past actions, you will become fearful and overwhelmed by the songs and the luminosities. Could be, still falling to the they go into the fifth day. So they go to the fifth day. So it is that on the fifth day, the transcendent Lord among us see the example of deities. So fifth day, the among us see the and the deity arise. Example of deities, responding with the like rays of compassion, will come to escort them, and at the same time, the like path and indicative of the realm of the enter gods. So this fifth day, then we have among us the arise. So then the like, at the time, same time, with the like path indicative of the realm of the enter gods. So this God's realm, karma is rising into gods, jealousy gods, which is generated by descending mental state of envy, where emerging inwardly. Again, calling the disease by name. So we have to call the disease name. The introduction should be given with the following words. O child of Buddha nature, lesson without distraction. On the fifth day, the purity of the entire wing element will arise in the form of green light at that time. So wing element is rising. So that's why it's light is green light at that time. Among us today, from the green northern Buddha fair called matriarchs of enlightening activity, with his retinue drawn before you, his body green in color, holding in his right hands across Vajra. So he hold Vajra. So now knowing, like these 5 Buddha different colors because associated 5 elements. So 5 element each one has a colors. And right now we are the wing element, so that's why everything's a green color, green lights. Seated on Siva Mesavaka, I think, bird's throne. Top half of human, lower half of birds. And so that's the throne house. And this each 5 Buddha has different thrones. So that also I explain in the stage of meditation book. Little bit each these 5 Buddhas, why they has this different thrones, this different aspect representative. And embraced by the supreme concert Samayatara. So then these 2 are encircled by 2 male bodhisattvas, Vajrapane and Nirvana Makis Kashambin. So Sana Dorji, Japan number 7. So the Vajrapane we know, and the other ones, Nirvana Nakisham Kambu. Very hard to say. Tibetan is Japan number 7. Japan number 7 is free from the obstacles. So the Bodhisattva name. And the 2 female Bodhisattva, Genda and Narti. The 6 Buddha body were shining before you from within a space of rainbow light. So this with the 6 Buddhas come together. A green light indicative of the pristine cognition of accomplishment. So green light is representative accomplishment, wisdom. So pristine cognition of accomplishment, which is the natural product of the aggregates of motivational tendencies. So these are the aggregates of motivational tendencies. We talk about the 5 aggregates. So this is the Zig Pumbo, means like as aggregates of motivational tendencies, or like coming together, something like I think karma and the cause, or this as together. The aggregates is called motivational tendency. Aggregates of motivational tendency. Green and dazzling, red and clear, bright and awesome. So my dorm below there has a very steep go up, and many cars are stuck there. So it's making really noisy. It's cannot go up. Where's turning? So maybe you're hearing these songs. Especially the small cars is stuck the long time. Then it's good is in Brazil, people never give up. Just push the gas and go back and go again. Everyone go through. So then, which is the natural product of aggregates of a motivational tendency? Green and dazzling, red and clear, bright and awesome, adorned by greater and lesser seminal points, were emanate from the heart of Amongasiddhi. So Buddha Amongasiddhi aggregates is motivational tendency. The wisdom is pristine cognition of accomplishments. Then we have to know the green, is the reason is So see that go through again. So wing element, green lights. So that's all together. This is like fifth day we have this experience. Heart of Among Us and his concert, and it will shine piercingly before you at the level of your heart, with such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. Do not be afraid. So we cannot fear for that. This is the natural expansive power of your own awareness. So we have to recognize this all is our own natural experience, power of your own awareness. The we create, this all is our own the projected, or we say our own emanation. No somewhere there happening is everything that come from within our perception. Rest in a state of great equanimity, so you can stay in the equanimity, transcending activity. Then free from the difference of attachment and aversion, beside on your feelings of nearness and distance. So stay, just be into the natural mind. If you stay then longer in that state, or this is transformed. So that is this very important instruction. When this happens, we have to recognize it's our own, experience, or our own projected, our own emanation. Then we just be in our own nature, not follow this object. Together with the light of persistent cognition, a draw red light. See, the draw red light is during the Amitabha, this previous time for the day is positive, no, it's negative, indicative of the realm of the anti-gods and formed by envy. So it's the red light is created by this, jealousy. So then jealousy is like red light. Okay. So our, persistent cognition accomplishment is green light. So that's why emotion like wisdom like two comes together. Someone, of course, like regular being, not possible to knowing wisdom light. So easily followed by this emotion light, because we always be with emotion, and then which one is the strongest emotion? So I think we follow that one very easily. We're also drawn before you and touch your heart. Cultivate equanimity towards. So we have to meditate equanimity, these two lights. This draw light, which is free from attachment and aversion. No attached to this, draw red light. Draw red light is because due to our jealousy. So if you happy and you attach to that, you attach to our own jealousy. So we're taking refuge to our emotions actually. Then go to 6 realms. That's why don't follow that. Economic wisdom means economic towards the door light, which is free from attachment and aversion. Even if your mental capacity is diminished, at the less do not delight in it. So even we don't have a capacity, control ourselves, but no need to attach to that. Otherwise, this door lights easily take us the wrong direction. So where let's see. Attachment aversion. Even if your mental capacity is diminished at less, do not delight in it. At this time, under the sphere of depth envy, you were watched to turn away in terror from the bright and dazzling grand luminosity. So we were from the positive, lights, and came before negative lights. And you will come to feel delight and attachment towards the door red light of the anti-gods. That light is jealous gods. At that moment, abandon your fear and recognize grand luminosity. So we have to know the grand luminosity, bright and dazzling, red and clear, to be pristine cognition. So we have to recognize that pristine cognition. Then also let your awareness relax. Just mind relax and abide directly within, our own nature mind, within it, resting in a state of non-activity. So now you recognize how important the when we talk about Garuda teaching, this Genje Mahamudra, so these teachings, it's always we can apply in this each day in there. Then pray with devotion, thinking. This is the light ray of the transcendent Lord among us, see this compassion. So we also record these Yadam deity practices. We have to think this is the, even if we don't have the capacity level to recognize own nature, then we can record this deity, recognize all this grand light, among us, this compassion. Take refuge in it. So we take refuge. Now we have to know, because people think every single being arises these Buddhas to them. So yes, Buddhas arise, but who don't have a teaching, they don't know it's Buddha. So Buddha means like reality is Buddha and delusion is negative. So that's why we always follow by the delusion, not to recognize reality. So aggregate reality, element reality is Buddha. So then every single being has aggregate elements. So that is in the Bardo arise in the front of us. So right now, our far aggregates, far elements is within our own body. When we die, so that time is all these aggregates elements, I think it's shining for us. Our own aggregates, our own these elements shine too for us. Each day, which one is like coming strongly. And then long as we have ability to recognize reality, truth, then it's called Buddha. If we don't recognize, then it's called delusion. And generally, all these beings followed by delusion. So you cannot say delusion is incorrect, because when we are in the dream, so nightmare is really true for us. Until wake up, we really recognize. In the nightmare, someone come to us, say, no, this is your delusion, your dreaming is not right, but you never accepted it. Same, in the Bardo. So we have all these aggregates and far element arising for us, and we don't know it is our own projected, we don't know our own experience, or we don't know our emanation. So we really think that is in the outside, like truly there. So then someone says, oh, this is not true, we don't accept. The point is, as long as we recognize it is our own emanation, our own delusion, it's true realities that they are not there, exist, then you dissolve this delusion is on the natural states. So have ability to realization, liberate. transcending Lord among us is a compassion. So which is known as a persistent cognation of accomplishment. That is a persistent cognation accomplishments. There's the the fifth Buddha's wisdom is called persistent cognation of accomplishments. Be devoted to it. So we have to devote to that. Do not turn away. Even if you do turn away, the luminosity will accompany you inseparably. So do not be afraid. Do not be attached to the dull red light of the anti-gods. We cannot attach to this negative light. So this is the inviting part of your past actions, which you yourself have engaged in, West most motivated by depth envy. So this, like our own create karma is through our jealousy created by. So that's why depth envy. If you become attached to this door light, we attach to that, you will fall into the realm of the anti-gods and experience the unbearable suffering of unrelenting conflict and quarreling. So then if we fall into the jealous God's realm, it's miserable suffering all the time, create fighting. And the same is just falling to our, this life into the war. So warling's place. So that's karma is happening there. This doorway and obstacle block the path to liberation. So not possible to liberate. Doorway block that liberation because jealousy is obstacle for the liberation. So do not be attached to it. No attachment to this doorway. Give up your yearning. Do not cling to it. Be devoted to the green light, which is radiant and dazzling, and focus instantly. So follow the green light, and single-mindedly on the transcending Lord Amongaside and his concert. So we have to follow by Amongaside and recite the following aspirational prayer. All as Rome in select existing, driven by depth-seated envy. May the transcending Lord Amongaside draw me forward, leading me on the path of radiant light, which is a persistent cognation of accomplishments. May the supreme concert Samayatara support me from behind, and thus in second may be a rescue from the fearsome passageway of the intermediate state, and be escorted to the level of an utterly perfect Buddha. That's the prayer. By making this aspiration prayer with a fervent devotion, so you will dissolve into the rainbow lake in the heart of the transcending Lord Amongaside and his concert. We have ability to liberation in this Amongaside and his concert, and you will attain Buddhahood as the Buddha body of perfect resource. And the Northern Buddha feel called ex matrasa of enlightening activity. Karma path siddhi, so the name of the pure line. We can reach to that pure line. By giving this instruction repeatedly in this way, however, wake up the positive residue of a disease, individual's past action may be, he or she will have the opportunity to attain recognition at one point or another. So someone could be in liberation using this hearing liberation and instruction given to the disease, so can be liberated. Then some other, recognition occurs at many points. It will be impossible for liberation not to be achieved. However, owing to a long association with the myriad habitual tendencies, so strong long-term karmic imprint is so strong, and in familiarity, so no any connection, spiritual path with pure wisdom, pure vision, and pristine cognition. They don't knowing, no recognize. Even after being introduced repeatedly in this way, even we do all these instructions given to the disease, they no liberate. Reason because all this samsara karmic imprints, negative emotions so strong, no spiritual, connection that much. There are some who are nevertheless led backwards by negative propensities. Despite this attain face to face having been given. So then we have to give this instruction to the disease. Falling to be grabbed by the light ray hope of compassion. So this all the 5 Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, compassion of hope, like compassion comes, but they will be overcome by awe and terror upon the arising of the lake and the rest, and continue to wander downwards. So they continually go back to going to keep going samsara 6 realms. So then this 5 Buddhas, so no, it's of course like center Buddhas. They talk about first we talk about the center first day Buddha Verochana, and so this all goes like continue because this afflictive emotions support each other, dependent each other. So we destroy one emotion, other all is naturally dying, and one emotion, then other emotion is like go with supported or connected to each other. So that's why it's here sharing 6 different kind of afflictive emotion, 5 actually, and this all dependent each other. Upon on the 6th day, the male and the female deity of the 5 enlightenment family together with the retinue. So this then we follow tomorrow. Today we finish the time, so leave here. Now I'm going to share with you first this dedication. Dorjen Chang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Loga, Gambopa, Pamotroba, Lodigompa, please bestow upon us most auspicious bless of all Kajulamas. By this which you may achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies confusion. May all who traverse on the ways of birth, old age, sickness, and death, cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn made errors, where it is born makes no decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activity separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri, the Vero realized ultimate state, and as did Samantha, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the 3 kayas, by the blessing of the true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I shall bear fruit. By this virtue collected in 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and abide in the rule of virtue, may I all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teaching of Guru Digompa, who is the omniscient Lord of Dharma, master of interdependent, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, meditation, under end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, everyone.
Thực chất chế, xê xê.
Yeah.
谢谢。
感恩上师，
谢嘞，跟
感谢，感恩上师，
下。